everyone, I'm Gage Gonzales. I'm a junior at Washington Township High School, and I'm currently the Arrowhead Division Lieutenant Governor for the 2023-2024 service year. I am in the middle of my term, and I'm going to be sharing with you all the different aspects of being an LTG that I've experienced so far, and why you should consider becoming an LTG for the upcoming service year. My experience becoming an LTG may be a little bit different from most because I have not served on my school's board as an officer. But like most, I was inspired to run for an LTG position after attending DLC. Since the beginning of my Key Club journey, I knew I wanted to get more involved, but I didn't know how. So when I went to DLC 2023, I saw how all the previous LTGs interacted with the clubs that they met and all the different Key Clubbers that they talked to throughout their term, and how their LTG projects and the service projects they put on impacted their community. I knew I wanted to become an LTG after that. So after DLC, I applied to be an LTG, but since my home division already had an LTG established at DLC, I decided to run for a VDL position, which is a vacant division liaison, which is basically an LTG that represents a division that's not theirs, their home division. And I have truly enjoyed serving as the Arrowhead VDL or LTG this service year, and I'm excited to see what's in store for us next as this year continues. There are many duties that we LTGs must do in order to keep our division strong and active. These duties vary for every LTG based on their committee and division needs, but there are also some requirements that every LTG must complete in order to keep their division strong. The main responsibility of an LTG is to maintain constant communication with their clubs. This is very important because we need to make sure that they have everything that they need to grow and flourish. We also need to make sure that they know everything about district events and any INDB news that we know. We do this by emailing their officers and their advisors. We also visit their clubs to see how they operate, and that's where we can announce some things if we want, or we can just see how they're going, catch up, and just talk to them. But we also do DCMs, which are division council meetings, where we invite people from all of our clubs to come and talk, and we have some free food if we want, and we can also do service projects where we can paint rocks, make dog toys, any service project we want, and just make it a fun experience that everyone can go to so that we can get news out there in person and get to know each other a little bit. Another duty of an LTG is to attend board meetings where we talk about Indiana district news, like any events that are coming up, and we vote on certain things that, like, for the events and planning committee that they're putting on, and like anything that we want to talk to the division about. We kind of give reports back and talk to everyone so we can get to see how everyone else is running their division. And we also get to, if we're having any issues, we can go talk to our exec and admin board and see if we can have their opinions on how we can better improve ourselves to better fit our divisions and how we can better represent them. Like if we're having an issue with communication, we can go talk to them and see how they would resolve this issue themselves. And we would also get to learn a lot about different time management skills and just kind of help us get prepared for the school year and any different time period that we're in. We kind of learn different ways to cope with stress and everything. We also get to do many activities like coming up with service ideas and talking and doing icebreakers to getting to know each other better. We also get to see our friends that we haven't seen in a long time, like from the other board meeting like a couple months ago, and it's always just great to see them again, and I'm super excited to see all my friends that I've made at the next board meeting. The third big responsibility of an LTG is that they must organize an LTG project. This is one of their major focuses on during their term. They partner with an organization that they want to help support either monetarily or through item donations. They contact the organization and ask how they can help support them. If they say that they want help raising monetary donations, you could do events like a pajama day at school where you would contact the school, ask them if it's okay, and then you would have each participant of the pajama day donate $1, and you would take that money and give it to the organization to support them. Or if they want to do like item donations like a food drive, you would do contact the school, ask them if you could do a food drive, and then you would bring the food that you raise to the organization and help them through giving them either item donations or monetary donations, which overall really helps them. And then it's also, you're helping your community because you're helping support this organization that's going to go back into your community. So it's overall a really great thing. The final big responsibility that an LTG does is that they create a monthly newsletter that they send out to their division, which includes a lot of information about DCM dates, international news, tips and tricks, and district news. There are a lot of information that is shared through these newsletters, and some shout outs that are given to like special clubs and like special events that they've done. It's overall just like a very handy thing for clubs to have so that they can like look back and see like all the information that's going on. So like you will announce like fall rally and DLC themes on there, and you just announce a lot of things like and then your DCM dates so that they know what days and where it's at. And yeah, there are a lot of other duties that an LTG must do in order to run a strong division, like creating informative Instagram posts, messaging Kiwanis, and completing committee directives. Although being an LTG is a lot of work, it is also very fun and rewarding. Most LTGs have a favorite part of their job, whether it is making graphics for Instagram, meeting new key clubbers, chartering new key clubs, doing committee work, or making their monthly newsletter. Personally, my favorite is making the monthly newsletter and meeting many different key clubbers. Being an LTG also gives you the opportunity to see the behind the scenes of different district events and the inner workings of Key Club, which is super exciting and interesting to be a part of because you get to make decisions that you can see come to life, and it is just super exciting to see all the work that you do and just see it all come together. Also, being able to apply for committees is a huge perk because you get to specialize your focus for your term. There are so many to apply to, like events and planning, KFAM, district initiatives, service, and member development. Getting the opportunity to be on a committee is very exciting because it allows you to do many different things like creating district events, charting key clubs, or keeping a strong relationship with Kiwanis. Another huge perk of being an LTG is being able to have a huge impact on your community and your clubs. Being an LTG also gives you the opportunity to make so many great friends on and off the board. I've made so many friends on the board, and we talk all the time, even though we live hours apart. There are so many highlights of being an LTG, even more than I just mentioned. I've done many things so far during my term trying to help my division. One of my main focuses have been trying to create a more active social media presence by posting at least once a week, if not more. The posts I make are not only about district news or district events. I try to create fun posts that show off the service projects and events that the key clubbers from my division do. I also try to make posts that give off tips and tricks on how to improve their clubs and help their community during different times. Like most recently, I made a post about back to school and how they can do service projects during the beginning of the school year and how they can gain more members. I also try to make posts that show off what I've been doing during my term to try to keep people up to date and familiarize themselves with me. The second huge focus I have is creating a more in-person experience for my key clubbers by doing DCMs in person and visiting clubs in person. This really helps me connect with my division and put a face to the names to the emails that I've been seeing and sending out. My third huge focus is getting my division more active in the district level by trying to give them the opportunity to go to district events and promoting these as much as I can by making sure they all have the opportunity to hear about them and see them so that they can have the choice to go. My last main focus is my LTG project because I have been in constant communication with my partnered organization, the Amanda Forum, and I have tried to find how my division can best support them. My main focus has helped guide my term and how I'm helping my clubs. I believe that everyone should take the opportunity to become an LTG because of all the benefits it has to being one. Being an LTG can allow you to become a stronger, more confident leader. You would also be making a bigger impact on your community and the clubs you represent by helping them find ways to help their community. You would also be making a big impact on the organization that you partner with for your LTG project. While being an LTG, you'll make many friends and meet many people. All the board members all get to know each other and become friends, which is really great because they know what you are going through as an LTG, which allows you to bounce off ideas off each other. Being an LTG is not all about emails and work because you do get to go to many fun events like DLC, Key Leader, and Fall Rally, and maybe plan some of these events. If you are a creative person, you will love being an LTG because as an LTG, you have many tasks that involve being creative, like making Instagram posts, coming up with TikToks, and making many fun graphics for all of your different social media platforms. There are many different aspects of being an LTG that everyone can find their place in being one. Thank you for watching. I hope you have found your calling in becoming an LTG. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me or any other LTG. Bye, everyone.